2 more races remaining in today's program, and the penultimate race is the Under-23 Women's 4.
Yeah, some famous names in this event, which we'll talk you through.
So we have 6 crews: the United States of America, furthest away from you, then Romania, Great Britain, France, New Zealand, and Spain closest to your camera position.
So the USA crew, coached by Sarah Trowbridge, who's partner of Brian Volkenheim. There's the Romanians, Gabriela Tivaradu in the 2 seat, just going forward there. Her sister is an Olympic champion, Maria Lahaci, in the Romanian women's 8.
Yeah, and here is that very quick crew from Great Britain. Did very well in the semi-final yesterday. But quickest to qualify for this A final, Martin. Surprise to many, the French.
Yeah, Mia Busquet up in the bows. Her dad won a silver in Atlanta Olympics in the 4. Her mum's 10-time national champion, Gilles and Aurore. The Kiwis. A lot of hopes rested on this boat, Tim.
Yeah, excited to see what they can bring here in the A final. And again here, a crew from Spain. And this was also quite a rapid crew from the semi-finals yesterday, but they are on the outside lanes. So they will feature, I think, in the first half of this race, because they tend to be quite quick out of the start. But
Great Britain won this event last year. The under-23s, New Zealand took a silver. Australia, who will not contest this final, took bronze.
Attention.
Green light and a nice and even start. No crew really shooting out of the blocks, and a good start by Great Britain. Quite patient first strokes from Great Britain, and then they take it up the reins.
I really love that patient first stroke. I think, you know, if you look at the 8s in the Olympics, the men's 8s, they were really patient on the first stroke, all of those boats. And I think that's the way to move a boat. So apologies to the Italians and Greeks, who probably try and get, you know, a few centimetres on the first stroke. So leading out, it is Great Britain, and in second place, it is the Romanians. But anything could change at the moment. New Zealand, I think, just in bronze medal position. Easy to spot them in that black boat, Tim.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the Kiwis can bring to this A final. But if the same strategy is followed by the crew from Great Britain, we will see them move out to almost a full length at 500, as they did yesterday in the semi-final.
And then what we're going to see, if you're watching this in New Zealand, we hope you're enjoying this, and you're maybe on the edge of your seats. The Kiwi crew will come back in the second half of this race. Guarantee that when they go through the 1,000 or just before that, they will find some extra pace, and they will force their bows back into contention for a podium position. But already, Tim, they're in silver medal position.
Yeah, good start by them. They may have gone for a slightly different race strategy here in the A final, because they will have seen that semi-final. They will have seen Great Britain race, and they may have just thought, well, we might do a bit more in the early stages to make sure we remain in contact with the BW4.
Yeah, so Britain out in front at the moment, coached by Helen Brown, who's doing a fantastic job, and 4 British athletes, or 3 of them are from American universities. Maddie Greenstock from Stanford, Imogen Cabot from Yale, who took the 1V title, the NCAA. She rode in the 4 seat of that 8. Fantastic crew. Ellie Hutchinson from Syracuse, and Jess Martin from University of London King's College. And they're the 4 athletes in that British boat, striding out for the moment. They will take margin up to 1,000 metres, and then let's see what the Kiwis can do, Tim.
Yeah, I think the Kiwis are still poised in that silver medal position, but the Romanians and the United States of America are going toe-to-toe now for that bronze medal position.
Yeah, it's interesting. The race is on that left-hand side of your screen, and the French, who are one of the crews favoured to make a medal podium, they are kind of in no person's land. They're kind of in the middle. They don't have another crew to actually push off. All they can see is the Spanish behind them, but they're over a few lanes to their left. Britain, of course, can look back at the whole race unfolding behind them. Here come the New Zealanders. I think they're making a move before the K.
Yeah, I think you're right, Martin, but GB have moved out to almost full length at the halfway mark. There's just a tiny bit of overlap with the Kiwi bow ball there, and I think the French are moving back at it as we ride with that rhythm there being set by Jessica Martin in the stroke seat of the BW4.
Yeah, and of course the 4 was won at the under-23s last year in St Catherine's, stroked of course by Jess Martin, and this will be deja vu for the King's College athletes. What could the Kiwis do? To my way of thinking, they are the ones that could challenge the British as we come into the finish. I'm not sure the Romanians have quite got the sprint to do it, but you never know. The French seem out of the picture now, Tim. Have the USA got something to offer on that far side?
Oh, the USA crew is an interesting crew, combining the best of Texas, Stanford and Princeton. But here are the Kiwis as we ride with Meg Flanagan here in that stroke seat. And that looks a polished crew to me, and they'll know what they're in for in that well, third 500. And usually we see the Kiwi crews making a move at this stage of the race.
Yeah, Meg Flanagan and Nicole Campbell originally started off in American universities at SMU, Southern Methodist University, transferred to Tennessee, and the two women in the middle of that boat, Maddie Parker and Zoe Kemp, both Huskies from University of Washington. But Britain continued to move away. I don't think we saw the best of the British boat in yesterday's semi. Do you think they were keeping something under wraps, Tim?
Yeah, but that was, I think, in the last 200 metres where they sort of allowed the rest of the crews to come back at them. But here they've just kept on going. It's more than 3.5 seconds back to Romania now in silver medal position, ahead of the Kiwis now. And the USA, it's a tall order for the Americans to get back in the medals, but here are the Romanians.
And you can see Tivarado just one in from the right of your picture. The young 18-year-old's been the subject of lots of offers from top American universities offering her scholarships. Can the Romanians keep her, or will Tivarado go stateside, as so many of the women in this under-23 World Championships have? It is them who take the silver medal challenge. Don't think they can catch Britain. The Kiwis maybe can catch the Romanians. Looks to me to be the 3 podium crews there.
Look at the speeds of the Spanish here in lane number 6. They've really come back into this, and they are putting the pressure on the Kiwis here. Fantastic sprint, and they're one of the quickest boats out on the water, but the fastest of them all is the Romanians. Love how flat that stern is, Martin. But the Kiwis here are feeling the heat from the Spanish.
They could get rowed out of it. Emma Alimbu-Boras, the 20-year-old, studies at the Ohio Buckies, just like that great Spanish Olympian Ina Sid did. And they are charging. The Kiwis are holding them off. We're coming up to the finish. It is a fantastic goal from Britain. You heard the hooter there. Romania will take the silver. New Zealand have just done enough to hold off Spain and the USA, and France come in 6th place. Thoughts on that race?
Well, I think Great Britain kept the best for last. They didn't show what they were capable of in the heats or the semi-finals, and here in the A-final they did what they did best, and a good time as well. It was 6:29. 7 seconds of World Championships best time here, so great performance by GB. Romania, I think, did very well to get the silver medal, and the Kiwis, I think they went for the gold, but they'll have to settle for the bronze here.
Yeah, extremely polished and competent display by the British. We're seeing the best of some of the British crews in these finals. Romania rode above themselves to take that silver medal. The Kiwis did so well to hang on to the charges. They had that move 1,000 metres, maybe just before, but they really had to work in the last part. See how delighted these young Romanian women are. Splashing the water there in the bows